I grew up in the Catholic Church, sent my kids to parochial schools, and like many over the years, maintained my faith but felt the leadership had lost its way. After the doctrinal intransigence, the disgraceful handling of the sex abuse cases, an embrace of the hardened voices that seemed intent on driving the laity from the pews instead of filling them. Then Pope Francis emerged on the scene. Suddenly, we had a voice who truly cared about the needy. To him, feeding the hungry and clothing the naked were guiding principles, not just empty words. Unlike his predecessors, Francis owned the horrors of the decades of abuse that leaders abetted. He begged for the victims' forgiveness. Others who were turned away from the church, like the LGBTQ and the divorced, were suddenly welcomed. Women were suddenly being considered for leadership roles, even potentially clergy, and the possibility of married priests amazingly was tangible. In the end, he was able to open doors, at least of conversation, but the church couldn't get from the discussion to the doctrine. But for folks like myself, the church was suddenly catching up to the generosity of what our faith professed, of a God more welcoming and forgiving than rigid and vengeful. It is my hope that whoever succeeds him as the next pontiff will continue with his unconventional view of the papacy as a shepherd for all the faithful. He, whoever he will be, will have a great example to follow.